Hi, I'll be going to Indonesia and Singapore, and I will show you how I pack my stuff for a 13-day trip without a check-in baggage. Here are all my stuff. So this is my backpack and everything's already inside. Here's my shoulder bag with some important items. And these are the clothes and stuff that I'll be wearing on my body during the day of the trip going to the airport. First, I'll show you the main bag that I will be using for my stuff. I have here a 30-liter backpack. It's from the North Face. I got this from my friend. I just borrowed this from him. So I'll be using this one. So how I will organize my stuff is I will start with the weight management for my bag. At the bottom, I'll put all of my clothes. It will be here. And then the heaviest part will be at the middle at the back. And the other items will just be scattered around the top or at the side or in the front. I haven't tried using this bag because I just got this like days ago. And I hope it works. Because the original bag that I use, it's not waterproof. And this one I think is waterproof or water resistant. And there will be a part in my travel that I will be hiking. So this will be good because it has a chest strap. But for my other bag, it doesn't have a chest strap. I'll show you the original bag that I use. So I had a 14-day trip to Japan and I just used this backpack. I don't know how many liters is this, but yeah, everything fitted here in my Japan trip. But my problem is if I will be hiking, there's no strap to support it. And I think it will be very hard because I will be riding a motorcycle, like around 2 hours of motorcycle ride, 2 to 3 hours. And then after that, I will still have to hike for, I think, another hour. So I feel like this will be hard if I'll be using this one. So I got this backpack. Okay, so I haven't actually tried or practicing how to pack my stuff for this bag, so I'll just wing it today and see how it goes. So let's start off with my bottoms. So with me, I have 4 bottoms. And the one that I'll be wearing to the airport would be this shorts with a lot of pockets. It's very important to have a lot of pockets when you travel because sometimes it's just very convenient to put your stuff on your pocket instead of putting it in your bag. So this one, I'll be wearing this, so I'll just set this aside. And then I have a pants. This pants is just until here. So it's not a very long pants. And then this one for the motorcycle ride and for other activities that requires long pants, I'll be using this one. This is actually like a sports pants and it's fabric. It's actually good for running also. And then I have shorts. It's also a sports shorts. And then for my tops, I also have 4 tops. So this one is a white polo. This is a dressy type of top. It has a collar. And then this one is also a bit dressy. And I love the print. And I have another lightweight top. And this one, it's also like a polo, but it's until here. The sleeves are just until here. So one tip, if you're going to choose your tops and your bottoms or your clothes in general for a travel like this, make sure that the fabric is easy to dry. So these fabrics, I feel like it's easy to dry based on my experience when I wash them and when I hang them up. I find it easy to dry. So 4 tops and 4 bottoms. Oh, one more thing. Before, I always use a packing cube, but now I don't. I'm not a huge fan of it anymore because I feel like the packing cubes kind of restrict how you put stuff inside your bag because certain packing cubes all of the packing cubes in general, they have its own size, different sizes, and the bags also have different sizes or different dimensions. So I feel like it's not the best thing to do. It's not the best thing to use. So what I'll wear in the airport would probably be this one. So I'm just choosing that right now. Then for tops. Okay, so my tops and bottoms are now here at the bottom. The next thing I will pack is my sleepwear. So I only have one sleepwear, one comfortable shirt, and one comfortable shorts. This shorts, actually, you can use this for sports. And this shirt, you can also wear it outside. So one tip, never pack your sleeping wear wherein you're just going to wear it for sleep. Those pieces should be versatile. So for example, this can be worn in sleeping, but I can also wear this in sports. I can also wear this outside and it feels okay. I am not shy wearing this outside. Next is my running stuff. So lately I've been actively training for a run, and it's very important for me to train, and it's just part of my agenda or bucket list to actually run in all of my travels. So I just have my sports bra, my sports cyclings or my running shorts, and a dry fit shirt. The reason why I will just bring one sleepwear is because this dry fit shirt, I can also use this for sleeping. And one of the shorts that I packed here for my outerwear, it can also be used for sleeping. So every piece is versatile. So the next stuff that I will pack are my swimwear. So this is just a one-piece swimwear, and this one is a bikini style or two-piece swimwear. So the original agenda for this trip, or the highlight of this trip, is actually going to the Komodo Island. I will be riding a boat and we will sleep there for 3 days, 2 nights. So it is an island kind of type of trip. So from Jakarta, we will go to Labuan Bajo, and from Labuan Bajo, we will ride a boat and tour around the Komodo Island, and then go back to Labuan Bajo, and then we will ride a motorcycle going to Wairebo. So going there is, I think that's actually, I haven't researched that much, but maybe it's around 2 to 3 hours of motorcycle ride. And then we will hike up to a village in Wairebo and we will sleep there. And then we'll also go to Mules Island. So yeah, I'm just bringing different kinds of clothes for the different activities that I will be doing. And one thing also, the reason why that I brought the running clothes, so I can use it for running. So the dry fit shirt can be used for sleeping, for running, and for hiking. And next, I have these 2 plastic bags that actually has a ziplock. So this is just a random plastic bag that I got, and I'm just reusing it. I didn't throw it away because I find that it's very useful since it has a ziplock. So I'll use this. I'll bring these things. It's for wet clothes or dirty clothes, anything. But the good thing about this bag, it has this pocket. I think it's supposed to be for a laptop, but I'm not bringing a laptop, so I just put this here. Next is a towel. This is from Decathlon. This is a large towel, and this is like a sports towel, like a quick dry towel. So this one's just very small. This is my towel for taking a bath. And this is actually enough, even though my hair is long, this is enough. So the reason why I'm bringing this is because I'll be going to a beach. So sometimes I feel like it's nice to also to have a towel to wrap around your body. And also, this can also be used for drying my clothes. So how I do it is I hand wash my clothes in the hostel. And then if they have a thick towel, then that's good. But if they don't provide a thick towel, then I think I'll be using this one. So what I do is after washing my clothes, so I wash my clothes while I take my shower. And then after a whole day of travel or after a whole day of going around the city, when I take a bath, I also hand wash my clothes that I wore during that day. For drying your clothes, so I just show you the concept of how I do it. So for example, this is the towel. This is the large, thick towel, for example. And then this is the clothes that you just washed. So what I just do, I put it on my chin like this. Put this in front. Okay, for example, I just fold it. And I fold it inside. And then I roll it. Then I squeeze it very much. Like I squeeze it very hard. I try my best for the large towel to soak all of the water from the shirt or the clothes that I just washed. And then after that, it's not dripping anymore. I can hang it in my hostel, like on my bedside. Even though it's not hung outside, it's okay. And then it's better if the hostel also have a hair blower. But usually what I do is I just, after wrinkling it dry with a towel, I just hang it on my hostel. And then the next day, usually it's dry already. But if it's not dry and I need to use that item for that day or I have to pack it, I don't want to pack a little bit wet or damp cloth. So what I do is in the morning, I'll get a hair blower and then I'll dry it out. But if there's no hair blower, then it's better not to actually wash the clothes before the day. I will use this towel to dry my wet clothes. So when you also look for a hostel, part of my priority is that they should have a towel, a thick towel as much as possible. But if they don't, then it's fine. Next are my underwear. Oh no, next actually will be my shoes. Since there will be a hiking part, I have these hiking boots. So I will wear these in the airport, so I'll put this aside. Next is my running shoes. So I have here my Asics Nova Blast 5. I just ran yesterday and I used this and I just cleaned up a little bit, so it's actually clean now. I can touch it. And then I'll just use these random plastic bags. So I'll put this at the back part of my bag for weight management. Next will be my sandals. So these sandals, I got it from Decathlon. And what I like about these are actually hiking sandals. So look at this one. It has attractions. So I can also use it for hiking just in case, for emergency. But at the same time, it looks so feminine and it looks dressy also. I can wear it casually. Since we're going to a beach, so it's also important to have a quick drying sandals or an open-toed footwear. So just a random plastic again. And this goes at the back as well. So far, this is how the bag looks like. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. Next will be my underwear. So I will have 4 undies. One I will be wearing. So I will also put it at the sides. And I have 2 bras. So this one, I'll be wearing this. This one, I'll pack it. I'll just bring 2 bras because it's easy to dry. For socks, I will have 5 socks, but I'm kind of thinking of just bringing 4, so I'll decide that later on, but right now it's 5 socks. So 2 casual socks, and I have 3 running socks, and it could also be used for hiking. So this one, I will be wearing this. Next is this one. So what is this pouch? This is actually for my period. So I use a menstrual cup, and I use 3 pads that can be washed. So it looks something like this. I won't show you the cup because I feel like it's so gross to show it. So I won't show the cup because I've already used it for a long time. And this is how the pads look like. So it's actually washable. So this will be like a support also. So I have my cup, and this one's for the leak. In traveling, I don't like wearing pads anymore, even in my daily life. I've never worn pads, or I still wear them for emergency purposes if I don't have these with me. But yeah, bringing a whole pack of pads during your travel is a hassle. But this one, it's just flat. So I'll bring this one. Now we're done with most of the stuff. So the next things that I will bring are the miscellaneous items, or the hygiene stuff. So I also bring 2 wired hangers, because some hostels, they don't have hangers, or most of them actually only have 1 hanger, and I just bring the wired ones, and they can actually go through the airport without checking it in. So very useful. I also put this at the back part of my bag. Next are my toiletries. First is a Ziploc bag. So this will be my shampoo, soap, toothbrush. I usually have a cover for my toothbrush, but I cannot find it. Facial wash, toothpaste. So I transferred it into a container like this one, and I tested it out. It lasts for 2 weeks and more. But I cannot share my toothpaste to others because I will dip my toothbrush into this tiny little thing. I have my sunscreen. And then I have my moisturizer. So sometimes I don't use moisturizer, but I still have them here in these 2 small containers. And everything is here. I don't actually bring makeup with me, but usually I just bring 1 lipstick, and that's it. But this goes in the center of my bag because it's kind of heavy. Now I'm actually putting it at that side because there's no space anymore. Next are the miscellaneous items. So I already have a hanger with me. So I also have these clothespin clips. I have 4 of them. I'll just put this here on top. So the miscellaneous items, because there are small little stuff, I'll put this here at this net type of compartment. So I also brought with me laundry powder. I have an emergency sewing kit. So it has black and white threads, and then clothespin, a big safety pin, and it has needles already. Next are my medicine. So I just have simple medicine for bad tummy, for headache, for my throat, and some wound strips, or we call it like a band-aid. Oops. And I also have a shaver. Done. And some other things that I will bring are something, just miscellaneous stuff for cover, just miscellaneous stuff for covering myself. So I have here a jacket. So it's very lightweight. I can use it for rain. I can use it for hiking. So just a jacket. And it's just here at the top part of my bag, so it's easy to get, or it's easy to pull it up. And then here's like just a shawl. It's a cover up that I can use also. If I don't feel like using a jacket, then I can also use this. And I have a cap, but this one will go to my handbag. So for now, I still have space for it. It looks something like this, but if you can, as you can see, the bag here, I still have space here, so I'll still try to fix it and snug some stuff inside. But at least I know everything packs well inside. Everything fits. Okay, so now we're almost finished. So most of my items are already in here, and I just forgot to put another plastic bag. So one pair of shoes, one plastic bag. So even though I'm already wearing this going to the airport, I still need to bring a plastic bag for it. I'll just put it here at the top pocket. Okay, now let's go for my handbag. So the bag that I will use is this one. It's not actually like a branded kind of bag. It's not even that stylish. It's just a simple cloth bag. Okay, it's a sling bag. And what I like about this is because since it's very soft, but it's not like a soft type that it's very fragile. But what I like about it is that I can roll it just in case I don't need it. I can put it inside my bag. And then it has a lot of pockets. It's very important to have a lot of pockets. Front pocket, main compartment, and it has pocket inside also. And another pocket for the cover. And then pockets at the side. So usually if I have trash with me, I just dump it here at the side. That easy. Okay, so let's start packing my stuff in this bag. So next we'll be packing the important stuff in this bag. So first, I have my wallet. I have a pouch with my keys, hair ties, and then what else? I have USB and also another little plastic just in case. So just miscellaneous items. And of course, I printed out my flight information, my booking tickets, and my lodging. And some currencies, dollars, Singaporean dollars. I still don't have the Indonesian rupiah, so I'll be getting those cash in the ATM machine in the airport. And of course, passport. So my passport, I put it in a plastic bag. So I have this like a multi-use, I call it a multi-use pouch because it has a lot of pockets. It has a strap. I can wear it like a sling. But if I don't want to wear it as a sling. It has this small pocket. I don't know its intended use, but I just dump it in. For my passport, I just put it in a plastic. It's better if you have a Ziploc plastic, but this works well. So I put it here. And some currencies also in a plastic. I'll put it at the side pocket. And for this one, since it will not fit, I'll just put it here in my bag. Next items, I have this little pouch for tissue paper and a napkin for emergency and a hand sanitizer. And then a face mask for emergency. Next item is a notebook. So sometimes I do diary here, and then I also stamp. I do a little bit of simple memorabilia. It's like scrapbooking. So it's my diary, stamp pad, or a notebook for my stamps, anything. I still have pages just in case I need to write something. Very useful. And then I have a padlock. A wired padlock is much better because sometimes the metal hook, it cannot really fit. And this one, it's very flexible. It can fit to a lot of things, maybe two things that are very far apart. You can use this one. So this one, I'll put this in front of my bag. Next is a card holder for other identity and credit cards. Next is a shades. So I'll be bringing one, and it has a cloth pouch. So I don't need to bring those bulky case for a shade. Okay, this is okay. Then of course we need a pen. So this is a very easy to use. This is a very easy to use pen. And then here I have another coin pouch. It has nothing inside, but just in case. And then next is a hair clamp or a hair clip. I have a strap here on my bag, so I just put it here. So this one still has a lot of space, but it's okay because later on, maybe it can fill up some stuff. So it's still quite spacious. The next items that I will bring are power bank. So this is a 20,000 milliampere power bank. So I'll put it at the bottom. And since this will be a diving trip also, so it's not just hiking, it's not just beach hopping, but there's also a diving part. So I'll bring my GoPro. So I have here my GoPro and just a silicone case for it. So the battery is already inside. Just put this in. And then I have this waterproof case. So I have this net type of, it's like a pencil case, but it's really long. So I put this here. For the GoPro, I might actually put it inside the case so there's no wasted space. But for now, I'll put it here. And then a cable for my GoPro. I have a whole bunch of other cables because I want a specific device to have its specific cable. So since there will be a hiking part and we'll be staying at a village, and I'm not sure if there will be light or electricity in that village, but I'll bring a headlamp. So the headlamp is actually a USB type B. So I still need to bring a separate cord for it. So now it's a little bit packed. And then I'll bring my Chorus watch for my running. I'll be wearing this, so I'll set this aside. And I have the charger for my Chorus watch. Okay, so for now it's kind of full, so maybe later I'll just reorganize it. So for this one, I'm actually going to put this in this main bag. Next is my microphone. So I'm actually wearing one right now, but I'll also bring this one. And it's cord. But this one, I'll just put this here in my bag. And I have another cable. This one is for my power bank. This one is for my phone. And this is my go-to or my main phone. But right now it's kind of broken. It has a green line. That's why I have a spare phone, and that's what I'm using right now for recording. And then I also have this adapter. So what I like about this is that in just one pin here, I put that on the wall and I have 3 axes. So this one are the flat ones, 2-prong flat ones. This one, 2 prongs, but can also be used for those with rounded tip. And then I'll have a water bottle or a water flask. I will also bring other bags with me. So this is just a shopping bag. It's very flat. It's canvas. Very lightweight. So I just roll them. I always have them with me. So this can be used for shopping, emergency stuff that I need additional bag for. And then I have this another bag. This is quite thick, to be honest, but because it's water resistant, it will be very useful. It can also be used as a shopping bag, and it's very sturdy actually, very firm and strong. And since I will be doing like a boat trip or an island trip, it will be very useful because I can put my stuff in and it will not get wet that much. But it's just like a tote. It doesn't have a zip. It doesn't have a zipper. So I'll just put this here. I'll still reorganize this a little bit. And next is an umbrella. So people say you don't need to bring umbrella, just buy it there, but I still find it very handy. Like when I traveled to Japan, as soon as I landed, it was already raining, and I don't want to go and find for a convenience store to just buy an umbrella during that period. So good thing I have this. So I immediately just got my umbrella. I was able to go out of the airport. But this one, I'll probably just put it in my main bag. And next is just a random pouch. Right now, it doesn't have anything inside, but probably I'll put some stuff. I'll still think if I'll put some stuff in here because some of my items right now are quite scattered in this bag. So I'll think about it if I will still bring this, but it still fits. And then my cap, I'll be wearing this. So that's it. So I have my shoulder bag and my main bag. Let's try if it will close. And actually, I still have space. There's still space here at the bottom. Still have space here at the bottom. Also the top, on the sides, still have space. So I can still reorganize some items here and everything will be okay. I'm not sure how much kilograms is this, but I'm allowed in this trip to bring 10 kilograms. So I'm quite sure it will fit 10 kilograms, including this bag. Because in my Japan trip, I actually brought similar amount of items, except for the GoPro. And I actually brought more clothes during my Japan trip. Total was just 7.6 kilograms, both my backpack and my shoulder bag when I went to Japan. So right now, this bag I think is a little bit heavier because of its fabric, but yeah, I have 10 kilograms. So that 3 kilograms of extra space, I think it's already enough. So yeah, this will be my main bag. And this will be my shoulder bag. And have the clothes or the stuff that I'll be bringing or wearing with me during the day of my trip. So everything fits, and I like traveling this way because it's very easy, very convenient. I don't have to pay for extra, like for the check-in luggage. I don't really like carrying a luggage that has wheels with me. Although sometimes it's very easy because you don't need to have, or you don't have to put weight on your shoulders. But if you are on the go, you are traveling from one place to another, it's very much easier to have a backpack. So this is the backpack. So my trip is actually tonight, and I just packed my stuff today. Usually I pack beforehand, but yeah. So this is my backpack, and it fits everything, and I feel like the weight is very distributed. So even though I ride a motorcycle with this backpack for maybe 2 hours and then hike, I feel like it's okay. I can move around, it feels sturdy, and everything's fine. So thank you to my friend for lending me his backpack because this is not my backpack. And then my shoulder bag, I could put it in front of me or like a sling, and everything's okay. And the backpack can stand on its own. So one more tip, if your backpack can stand on its own, then it means the weight is distributed. So I learned that from doing mountaineering because I was a mountaineer before. During my college days, I hiked a lot, and they taught us how to pack our stuff in our big full pack. And yeah, if it stands, it means the weight is distributed well. So that's it for this video, and thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something here and there, some little tips, and yeah, thanks for watching.